Today I've got a really interesting problem from TMUA Guru, and I really like this problem because if you've just done A-level maths, you might not be able to answer this or not be super confident in how to answer this. But if we think about this, we should be able to answer this, even though this sort of question wouldn't come up in an A-level exam. We want to rationalize 1 over 1 plus root 3 plus root 5. Now, why wouldn't this come up in an A-level exam? Well, basically because we normally only have like one square root thing in the denominator. So how do we go and deal with it when there's two? Now, I could just write out the solution, but I want to give you a bit of intuition. If I was given this in an exam, I don't know if, the formula, I guess, for rationalizing something when there's two things in the bottom, how do I deal with it? Well, I'm going to take a step back and ask myself, well, how do I deal with it when there's just, a normal thing in the bottom? So if it's like a plus root b. So that's the stuff that we're used to dealing with. And what we do is we multiply the top and bottom by a minus root b. And the reason that that rationalizes the denominator, in other words, makes the denominator an integer, is because we're using the difference of two squares. So we multiply top and bottom by a minus root b, and this multiplied by this, you're going to get the difference of two squares, and squaring something that's been square rooted kind of cancels it out. So we want to do something similar here with 1 over 1 plus root 3 plus root 5. Now, the natural thing to want to do is multiply the top and bottom by 1 minus this square root term. And that's exactly what we're going to do. Like so. Now, why does this work? Well, it actually won't work immediately. But hopefully you can see if I multiply these two denominators together, I'm going to get 1, so 1 times 1, minus then root 3 plus root 5 squared. Now, I don't know what root 3 plus root 5 squared is off the top of my head, but it's going to be an integer term plus something times root 15. But then at the end of the day, what will I have on the bottom? Well, it will just be an integer plus root 15. And then what I can do, or plus something times root 15. And then I can just use the bog standard, rationalizing denominators to kind of get me from there. So let's check this. And there's actually a really nice trick we can do along the way. So let me show you what that is. So let's multiply the numerators together.